Super duper doo, how are you? I'm sure you are amazing. And how can you be amazing every day? And it's my driving force, because I have a great day every day, and I would love for everybody to be healthy, to be fit, to be strong, to have a career or business that they love, to be financially free and have great people in their life. That's the reason for being here at Romax every day. It's the reason for the Max International Colleges. But the funny thing about that is a lot of people say to me, it's not possible. How can you possibly be happy every day? How can you possibly be healthy, fit and strong for your entire life? How can you really have a career or business that you love? Financially free, it's just not in my... It's not going to happen to me. Nobody in my family is wealthy. And I've got these horrible people in my life, and they're my family or my friends, so I can't get rid of them. And I'm sharing that with you because I always ask exactly the same question. What if it was possible? What if you could be happy every day? What if you could be healthy, fit and strong? What if you could have a career or business that is successful and profitable and you love waking up to go and do what you love? Because of that, you are financially free and you would never accept disrespectful people in your life. So that's what Max is all about. That's what Romax is all about. But what if it was as simple as this? Could you learn to do those things? And the really interesting thing about learning, and I'm sharing this very passionately, I hated school. I ran away from home, didn't finish high school. I really didn't finish. I finished year 9. That's my high level of education from a technical point of view or from a piece of paper point of view. But since then, every single day I've been learning every day because I set a goal at 13 years of age that I wanted to be healthy, fit and strong for the rest of my life. I was definitely going to have a career or business that I loved, and I was never going to work for somebody else. I was going to love what I do every day. I never wanted to be broke, financially challenged, because I saw what that did to people, just from a stress point of view, what it did to relationships. I didn't want that in my life, and I definitely didn't want horrible people in my life. So all I did, and it's a simple process, just learn. If you have the knowledge, people say, oh, well, you've got to be passionate and excited and enthusiastic. Yeah, but you've got to learn to do that too. How can you be passionate and enthusiastic if you don't know how the human body works? The way you feel is determined by your endocrine system. So you need to study your endocrine system so you work out why your hormones are making you feel the way that you're feeling. So if you're miserable and depressed and anxious and angry and emotional, it's because your endocrine system's not working properly. So I needed to learn about that. As I always share, my father died of Alzheimer's. I couldn't understand why that happened, so I had to learn about the human brain. Why did my dad's brain rot away? So I study the brain and study the brain every single day. I'm an exercise professional and have been all of my life. I didn't want some lousy, stinking, rotten job. I felt fantastic being fit and strong, so I wanted to help other people to be healthy, fit and strong. How could I do that if I didn't understand anatomy and physiology? So I had to learn it. You can learn all of those things. You can learn to sing, you can learn to dance, you can learn to fish, you can learn to mountain bike, you can learn to build a house, you can learn. Learning is the ultimate thing. Now, the funny thing is my beautiful dogs behind me. I have 4 rescue puppy dogs. We always have 4. We tried to have 5 once, but there's only 2 of us and there's only 4 hands. So to be able to give love, we decided 4 was the number for us. So to be able to look after 4 rescue puppies, and they're different breeds, we don't even know what breed they are, and we've got 2 girls and 2 boys, we had to learn about dogs. We had to learn about dog behaviour. We had to learn how to look after our dogs, how to feed them effectively. And as you can see, I've built them the most magnificent playground, and I do everything. I love my dogs. They're like my kids. I don't have any kids. I have dogs. I'm sharing that with you because I learnt how to do that. I didn't know. I had to learn. Now, the interesting thing about learning is that there's lots of opinions and there's lots of experts and there's lots of books and there's lots of seminars, and now there's social media full of opinions and ideas about how to do stuff. So I decided I had to learn, I had to have logic and common sense so that you could figure out, is that silliness, is that, if it doesn't make sense, it's nonsense. But the human body was simple. If you learn your anatomy and physiology, no one can trick you, no one can fool you, nobody can give you stupid stuff to do, because you'll be able to figure it out for yourself. So the learning process for me was learn your anatomy, learn your physiology. Career and business, is it possible that you just have to study the people that have a career or business that they love? What did they do? Did they leave clues? Do they write books? Do they tell you what they did? And of course the answer is yes. Every successful sports person, business person, artist, musician, they all share with you what they did do, the mistakes that they made, and how they want to help you, because successful people are exactly that. They're successful and they want to help other people to be the same. Isn't that awesome? That's what I think. They are successful because they are giving people. So I just just studied the people and spoke to the people that had careers and businesses that they loved. And there's a fundamental set of rules, which is, as I repeat on a daily basis, I bang on about this every day. Do what you're passionate about. Keep getting better at it, adding massive value to your product, to your service, your customers, your clients. But that second circle, so it's a complete package, but the first circle is do what you're passionate about. The second circle is keep getting better at it, which is learning, training, educating, practicing, getting better and better and better. And when you get better at what you do, then you add more value to your customers, your clients, your fans. So again, that was a simple process. Now, what's really interesting, me with my year 9 education, I ran away from home. I wasn't even 15 yet. No university education. But here's where it's really interesting. I talked to endocrinologists, people who just study the hormonal system. I speak to neuroscientists and neurosurgeons who just study the brain. I chat with psychologists and psychiatrists. I chat with orthopedic surgeons, cardiologists, every ologist you can think of. I'm married to an exercise physiologist, health scientist. And this happens to me on an almost daily basis. Rowie, how come you know so much about the human brain? How come you know so much about the hormonal system? How come you know so much about the skeletal and muscular system? How come you know so much about the digestive system? One of my business colleagues has a doctorate degree in dietetics, and she regularly shares with me, Rowie, how do you know so much about the digestive system? And my answer is always the same. It's a bit of a giggle. Because I've got one. Why do I want to know about the hormonal system? Because I've got one and I'm a woman and I don't want it to control my life. Why do you know so much about the central nervous system? Because I've got one and I don't want to be depressed and I don't want to be angry and I don't want to be anxious. So I've learned about it. I want to have a successful business. I have to learn how to do that. And this is my begging position, as I always ask. Is it possible that whatever you want to do, the missing link might be the education? You can't do it if you don't know how to do it. And this is a really interesting quote and a philosophy that I live by. You don't know what you don't know. And that's, I think, arrogance. Because a lot of people walk around going, yeah, I know that, I know that, I know that, I know that. But you don't know it if you don't know it. So if you go and learn it, and this is the only thing I've learned in my many, many decades now of daily learning, is the more I learn I need to learn. Because the more I realise how much I don't know. One of my least favourite words and least favourite characteristics in a human being is arrogance. I think it's really ugly. Because how could we possibly know everything about anything? Even the people that specialise in the endocrine system, for example, if I talk to 2 endocrinologists, they argue with each other. One person says this about menopause and another person says another thing. There's so many experts in so many areas. But if you want to become really good at something, all you've got to do is learn the fundamentals so that you can ask the right questions of those experts. So if you want to be a top level anything, is it possible you could learn? Whether it's about your dogs or your home or your garden or your new career path or the current career path that you're in. And if you want to be more valuable to the business that you're in, whether you work for someone else or your own, is it possible that you need to learn more? If you want to be wealthy, wealth creation is a study. One of the things I had to learn the hard way, I made lots and lots of money. I started earning money when I was 10 years of age. I ran away from home at 15 with $10,000 in the bank. But I didn't know how to invest wisely. I didn't know how to look after my money. I didn't know how to retire financially free. Not that I'm ever going to retire. But you have to learn that stuff. Relationships are a learning thing. They don't just fall out of the sky in a pretty pink box. You have to learn about human nature. You have to learn about communication. And that's what Romax is all about. That's what the Max Colleges is all about. That's what I'm here for every day, because I'm learning every day. And I feel this strong, passionate need to share what I learn. It's not my stuff. I never share my stuff. It's all about what I've learned, and I've learned either the hard way, so learn from my mistakes so you don't make the same mistakes, or learn the fundamentals of anatomy and physiology, so you know how your human body works, the fundamentals of business, and they're the same across the world, because I've run businesses in multiple countries across the world, and the same rules apply. Wealth creation rules are the same. Every financial planning book you read have exactly the same set of rules, the fundamentals. And then relationships are the same. And here's my big one for relationships. Is it possible that all relationships in your life will be better if you learn about yourself and you become a better person yourself and you become a person that you like and that you respect? Is it possible then that you will have much better relationships? And that's all about learning. So happy learning. So you can sing every day like I do. Super duper doo, how are you? Learning every day. What do you reckon, Aston Martin McEvoy? Are you having a lovely little snooze, darling? You having a little snooze on your little couch? Mummy made that couch for you, didn't she? Woohoo!